Alright, well hello there everyone. Welcome back to a little more Graveyard Keeper. I know it's been a while. That's how the game things go sometimes. It was just last month was just Christmas. And you know how that season can be. A lot of things to do, work's very busy and all that sort of stuff. Regardless, we're back at it again in the world of Graveyard Keeper. Still trying to get home. Do need to get our hands on... find out what the Gypsy Bear knows about Esmeralda and Old Child. Alright. The Gypsy Bear. Alright, in my free time I think I go there? Gypsy Bear? The Necronomicon. The Gypsy Bear knows about Esmeralda and Old Child. Okay. What do I have in my inventory? I've got a statue, and I've got a Necronomicon. Oh, I've got a Necronomicon. As one does, I suppose. It's... Ooh, it's church day. Have I... Like I said, it has been a while. I can't remember if I've been to the church today to lead everyone in proper prayer. So let's just quickly make a little skedaddle over to my good old church. And see if I can lead anyone in prayer. Nope, already did that. Alright, well that's fine. Just put you in there. Alright, well let's go visit the Gypsy Baron. And, hold on. Snake also wants to know. Okay, so we'll go see the Gypsy Baron. In 3 days we can go see Snake. Okay, yeah, that works. And otherwise, I guess I can just kind of keep building up my knowledge and working towards eventually filling up my graveyard with, well, graves. As one does. I'd forgotten how just kind of pleasant and soothing the music is. You know, this kind of reminds me. I was playing Dragon Quest XI recently. That is a game. I don't know what the difference is, music-wise. Maybe it's just because I expected more. Man, does that music get repetitive. Oh, it's terrible. Just horrible. Alright, Gypsy Baron. Ah. Your friend is free, right. I talked to the Inquisitor, I think, about that. Talk to the Lord Inquisitor. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, memories. My brain works. Oh, yeah. I was right. Ah, so you're an important man around here. Yeah, tell me about. Where's your sister? Far from away. They put her on a ship of the dead many years ago. But she had a child, didn't she? Now she's my shame. So she's alive? But she betrayed her own people. She betrayed the memory of her mother. What did she do? Her mother's last gift disowned her legacy, and for that, for lust, for impertinence in the town, she knows Ms. Charm. You haven't spoken a real name for many years. Alright. Well, I guess I'm gonna go have a chat with Ms. Charm, and I believe Ms. Charm is in town tomorrow. I mean, it's just right there on my way, right? Why not clear it? Now, I don't know what I had been crafting. I can't recall that. But, I mean, there's the basics that you can always be busy with. possibly I was getting my zombies in order. As one does, of course. It might have been it. Anyways, I kind of wanted to talk about storytelling in this little thing while I have everyone's attention. Now, there are some very basic elements to storytelling. The first is suspension of disbelief. If you're unsure what that means, apparently I was making glass. So what is suspension of disbelief? Hold on a second. My stream said it's not working. Alright, no, it's back. Alright, good. Alright. Anyways, yeah, suspension of disbelief. So that's where, we're like, oh, you know what, magic? I'm okay with that. I'll let that can be a thing. Oh, I think my zombies are collecting me stone now. But I still need an iron zombie. I think. Oh, wait, let's watch. Which are you? Oh, that's a wood zombie. Yeah, so suspension of disbelief, that's where things that would be, that's where you accept the fictional elements for what they are. Now, there are some broad rules to what makes that work. What will make people just kind of be okay with things? One of those broad rules is once you establish a set of rules, you stick to them. Alright? So what does that mean? Alright, well, if for example, you establish... Where am I going? It's been, like I said, it's been a while since I've mucked about. I think I went too far. Yeah, so if for example, in whatever story, say it's a story about people with telepathic psychic powers, right? What's this? Entrance. Yeah, so if it's a story about people with telepathic psychic powers, but you establish, hey, tinfoil hats stop psychic powers. If you then later on go, oh, by the way, tinfoil hats, they don't stop psychic powers. That's a problem. Alright, so you're harvesting stone. So I think I need a spare zombie? Oh, that's actually... Well, then let's put this zombie over here. Okay. Yeah, I need one more zombie is what it looks like. Because I got the porter station, I got the ore mine, and the storm quarry. Though I could double up on those, it looks like. Possibly make a marble quarry. So I need one more zombie. Alright. Good to catch up. Right, so yeah. Once you establish the rules of your setting, you want to stick to them. To a degree, you also want to make it clear when you're setting things up for that, so that you can subvert them later on. When you have a character, for example, speak about an ancient legend about how this thing can stop that thing, right? Where it's spoken of not as a fact, but as a myth or legend or story. If you then don't follow that established setting, it's okay. Because you're not really breaking convention then. It's one of those things like... in the same way. When you have characters speaking definitively on subjects, and then you change it, that helps take people out of this. Also, it's just because you want in your stories, you want things to be coherent, consistent, and for actions to have consequences. These aren't like, the grand rules of what's the word I'm looking for? It's about, these are like the basic fundamentals of storytelling. I have some questions. Okay, apparently don't. Section of your necklace anymore. I'll try to get it back for you. Okay. Got a story. Oh, that's so sweet. Have a whiff of Miss Chain's perfume. Yeah, it smells good. I like it. I definitely need a vial. Can't you ask her? She's really friends with Elisa. Alright. Make perfume. Well, I think I should just make perfume. Hi, Miss Chain. But your perfume... Yeah, well, let's see. Make a new one. Oh, okay. Take this food to my sister. She doesn't know the swamp. Catch a dozen frogs for me. I'll leave them for the new perfume. Alright. What do you sell? Oh, right, you sell food recipes. Well, I'm gonna buy that. You know what? I'm gonna buy all the recipes. So it's okay to deceive your people in your stories, as long as you're not lying to their face. Is kind of what I'm getting at. Now, to draw an example of this, I was recently playing Dragon Quest 11. So one of the scenes, right? Your hero, right? He's in the kingdom of the Merfolk, right? And there's an army of demons trying to get in and attack the Merfolk people. The queen, as you chat with her, right? She's progressively weakening as she finds herself less and less able to hold the shield back, and everyone's quite worried about things, right? As one would. All right, so if I'm going to get another zombie, which I do want, I'm going to get my hands on 2 corpses. And carrots, but I also need to make sure I can build 2 graves. And what do I have? Alright, so I've got enough to make 1 grave. Alright, well that will give me direction on what to do. Build. Do I have enough stuff to make a grave? Let's see. Toxic zombie juice. Right, I need faith to make a zombie, don't I? I think. Table 2. How much faith do I have? I think I store my faith in... Where do I store my faith? I think I store my faith in my bedroom. Huh. Anyway, so yeah, back to the story. So you got, the scene is well set up. I'm sure you've seen... Maybe I've used up all my faith. Have I used up all my faith? So the queen's weakening, and then, This is also, by the way, just after it has been set up that the bad guy has won, that he has, all right, the bad guy has won, or at least partly won. The world is in ruins now. If you're familiar with Final Fantasy VI, oh, there we are. I've got 18. That's plenty of faith for what I need to do. Cool. So I do just need zombies. Yeah. So he's. Things are good. They've upped the stakes, so you can know the game is trying to be serious about things. Okay. Just as the shield fails and the demon monsters are all like, all right, your souls are for the Lord of Shadows, and the demon army led by the evil demon general charges on in to attack you. Okay. The queen with the last of her waning powers sends you to safety, and you're forced to watch as the demons rush in, and you don't get to see them horribly maim everyone, but the implication is clear. All right. And, if you're to ask, hey, what just happened there? Well, it seems pretty simple. The demons are going to kill everyone, or capture them, or enchain them, or whatever. It's not going to be good to be a queen. Some sculpture level 2. I don't think I've made one of those. If I have, I don't think I've studied it. I need to make 2 fancy blocks. We should make one of these. There we go. Now I'll go get some faith to make the 2 fancy blocks. Now going back to the story. I'll take 6 of these. Later on in the game, and when you try and go back to that location afterwards, because you eventually get your chance to return. The first times you go back, it doesn't let you go in there, right? So there's some implications that things aren't so good. However, if you then after you defeat the mini boss, I didn't do that at all. If you defeat the mini boss. Who was the guy leading the attack on the place before. I'm just gonna turn this stuff out. If you go back there after that mini-boss fight, everyone's okay. Queen's fine. Every citizen in the kingdom that you interacted with, none of them are really bothered about what happened. They're all pretty darn okay. So when I talk about, that's a bad storytelling. That's an example. You've clearly set up what's going to happen. Alright? The themes are in place to establish. Yeah, that's just basic. I can make another higher level statue and study that. Good. The themes are in place to establish, that, this is one of those games where people can die and bad things can happen. And then without a word, you reverse it. That is bad storytelling. There we go. Let's take a little nap, I guess. The reason why it's bad storytelling is that it's not subverting expectations. It's completely ignoring the established consequences you've tried to set up. That's not good. Study things, eh? Yeah. Ooh, yes. Good, good, good. 5 faith. You know what? That still gives me enough to raise a zombie. And I should get plenty of blue knowledge out of studying this. That's some good blue knowledge. I got my corpse! So, first corpse I will throw into the ground, probably. Hello, corpse. Now, sadly, corpses are a little time dependent. Let's see, I remove blood. And I remove the fat. Nope. Fat, yeah. Take that body, slap you on here. 1 in 10. Grab that. One of those, all of those. Resurrect. There. I'll take you, buddy. Do some mining for me. Alright. So that's an example of where, you know, you're not surrendering expectations, you're ignoring, and you're basically, like I said before, you're lying to the reader, right? The scene has impact only in itself, but you're ignoring the consequences and the context of both prior and later events. And that's bad. Yeah, because it makes character, well, what's another, so here's another example. Right. Very, very start of the game. You know, a nice little opening cinematic. It starts off with, there we go. So there we go. I've got a guy mining, and I've got a guy, oh, what the, no. There should be an ore drop-off point. Do I have to make a second zombie porter station? Is that what I need to do? I hope not. I hope not. But it looks like I may have to. Alright. 842, eh? So, very start of the game. It starts with, you know, the hero character's just been born. You know, his homeland gets attacked by a horrible demon army. It's destroyed. Luckily, he is spirited away into the night, and you know his little baby bag or baby basket, you know, floats down a river and is found by random people to get raised up. You know, it's a very typical, basic story. Okay? Once you get control of your character, not too long into it, you get another chance where. Very shortly after... Ooh, actually, I can go see Snake today. Very shortly after you get into the gameplay... Oh, yeah, by the way, spoiler! Just all the spoilers here. If you're interested in Dragon Quest alone. What did I need? First of all, I'm going to put away my goods that I'm carrying around. So let's do that quickly. Well, there's bringing stuff. Maybe it's gonna bounce back and forth between the two. Not sure. So I needed nails and paper. 8 of these. Two paper, I think. Ooh. So yeah, not too far into the game, you find out that everyone thinks you're evil, and you go back to your hometown, and oh, lo and behold, it's been destroyed. Now, yes, there are no bodies, but this is early enough in the game that, you know, just because they don't show bodies doesn't mean people aren't dead. It hasn't established itself yet. I mean, you didn't get to see your homeland, the first homeland, get destroyed. Though when you return there later, it's definitely in ruins. So the idea that there aren't just corpses all over the place kind of makes sense. It's acceptable, right? It fits how the game has set up things before, right? You know, that will do scenes of destruction and carnage and all that sort of stuff. Just won't necessarily have, you know, giant blood splatters and mangled bodies everywhere, which is fine, right? Games have ratings too, and things can still obey in context setting rules while still not breaking disbelief to... Here's your Necronomicon, buddy. While still not breaking disbelief to have... to accept the setting. Plus you're immortal. I am immortal! Life isn't fair. Oh. Ah, the Necronomicon. A book with funny pictures. Give me the book. Expected. Fear into the heart. A fountain of blood. A convergence of sin. I'll never get to see him. It's a difficult task too. I know what you're going through. Believe in yourself. Everything is in your hands. The power of Satan can be yours, sir. You're an endangered, unscrupulous rogue. Who else could perform this ritual if not you? Oh, I'm so inspirational. Alright. Fair for a favor, you know. So, about that necklace? Nope. About the ritual? Yeah, how can I help? Prepare the ritual. This place looking as scary as my old orphanage. Ha 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 ha! Should have my thoughts trembling in terror. I guess we'll do great decorating. This should be darker with all the crosses. Crosses bring back bad memories for me. To have a fountain of blood. I'd make 2 just to be sure. You know, back home we did a whole holiday for scary things. Halloween. Okay. Ooh, 20 dark evilness. Okay. Here's you an endless notebook. Very important. Back to my love. Charlotte, we weren't allowed to have possessions at the orphanage. There's a lot to me. Alright, yeah, so it's literally an endless notebook. Let's get that ritual. The notebook will be yours. I won't need it anymore. Alright then. Cool. So, we'll get to work Sataning this place up soon enough. Back to my story. So, the game is established with 2 destroyed hometowns. It's a very typical beginning for a 16-year-old hero protagonist in a JRPG. Two hometowns destroyed, and finally, when you get to go back there after the world ends, to your second hometown. To get the blood. What do you find out? Oh, everyone's fine. They're all alive. They were just put in prison. And, so they're okay. And it doesn't. And make no mistake, just before you get to kind of go there, where it's kind of showing the horrors of this new setting, right? I'll put this guy over here. Yeah, just before it gets to the horrors, it kind of shows some of the horrors of this new setting. It has this little girl walk into a church, right? And it's a very dark and spooky church. Alright? And then the lightning flashes, and she realized that all around her there are corpses. Dead people filling the church up. Right? Which is, you know, not exactly a pleasant sight. There we go. We'll just put this guy down. Put this guy down. There we are. 6-point grave. 150 quality. Not too shabby. Look at that spooky little Grim Reaper. Also, that's some weird clipping it does. But no matter. So, yeah. So the game's clearly kind of playing up, oh, it's terrible, everything is bad now, the horror. The horror. Well then, everyone's okay. This is where I'm talking about themes, right? This is not about maybe saying things directly, but it's where you're kind of establishing mood and all that sort of stuff. Just like, you know, you don't want to have... You know, if you're, you know, trying to be romantic with a partner or whatever, right? You wouldn't want, you know, you get your candlelight, you'll get your roses, and you do all that sort of stuff. You don't go, all right, well, you know what? Let's be romantic. I'm gonna start punching kittens while we have a romantic dinner, because it doesn't really fit the theme. All right. Same with the game. Alright, so the porter returned. Need to build another porter station. Oh, I can build more porter stations. Neat! Can I build any over here? No. Alright, that's fine. I'll clear these trees out of the way while I'm here. Push those logs out of the way. It's an instance where the game just ignores its own storytelling and themes. That's, again, these are basic fundamental things. If your character is all like, I hate stealing, I would never steal, don't show them constantly stealing. Because you're like, hold on a second, you've established this character as one thing, but then you're also having them be the complete opposite. It's not good. So yeah, coherency, context, consequence. These things need to be in a game or a story, whether you're writing a book or a movie or creating like an RPG for your groups, right? Running a session. I mean, consequences don't have to be bad, but you should show the impact of what your characters do, good or bad, right? You know, if you have them go out to save the bandits, right? Or stop the bandits, save the villagers, and they stop the bandits and save the villagers. Don't have everyone just come back there a week later and then be like, oh yeah, and now they're all dead from the plague. Well, they're like, well, what's the point of us even doing anything? Why even bother? Where am I storing my sticks? There are my sticks. Should I make another... You know what? Yeah, let's make another... porter station. Not that I can fill those porter stations with zombies yet. But it's good to kind of get ahead of things. Yeah, so... You can also, yeah, also, some themes can work together, right? You can have, that's why you find things like romantic comedies, right? Because the romance doesn't necessarily conflict with it having comedic aspects. Like that. Serious and comedic are more difficult. To make work together. Again, going back to Dragon Quest XI, which I just played, which, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. I certainly had fun playing the game, but it is a mess of a game. One of the special powers of the hero is you get to see past visions of events, right? From these special little trees and roots and whatnot that are connected to the world tree, right? It's a neat enough mechanic. It helps to move the plot. So one of these visions, you get to find out that the reason why the dark one, the evil... Oh, I need more of those. That's a little awkward. Alright, the reason why the big bad is still around, right, is that just before the hero is going to defeat him, right, his best friend, right, suddenly stabs him in the back and kills him, deciding that he wants all the power for himself, right? So there's tragedy. Again, it's a serious element. It's betrayal, it's tragedy, it's a friendship being broken. Okay? Serious stuff. Alright? Very shortly after that, this little event happens right by a town. It's very natural that you would go to this town, because it's you haven't been there yet. It just naturally progresses, right? Alright, so I need... Yes. We can make this. So, you go to this town. It's like a holy monastery type place. Right? And one of your characters happened to have studied there as a child. Alright? And he's all, at this point, you're kind of figuring out the backstory of the big bad, the evil villain. You've just learned about this betrayal. The evil villain has like a dark evil star hanging in the sky, and he's made all the monsters active and violent and angry. Stakes have kind of been raised in theory. He gives this little short speech about he's ready to take on the Dark One, and they're going to save the world, and, it's the kind of thing, you've just seen some tragedy. Let the heroes rally around it. But then they kind of, again, they unmake their efforts. And a third border station. By having, just as he strikes his pose about how he's going to, help lead everyone to victory, and we're going to save the day, and the world will be saved, the heroic, uplifting moment following the tragedy. It's a good transition. Alright? A porn magazine drops out of his pocket. And everyone's like, oh, Robert. Again, you don't know what the game is trying to go for. Does it want to be a serious tale about with tragic consequences? Okay, because that's what the first scene shows. Is it about people, about heroics and writing? Maybe, sure. But then you throw, oh no, well, let's take all the impact out of the scene by then having this comedic, oh hey, ha ha ha, porn. He's an old man, he likes porn. He's a dirty old man, ha ha ha, ha ha. It's very strange. Let's take a little quick nap just to regain my energy. Alright, let's look into what do I need to do to decorate This lair of evil. All right. Fountain of Blood. Doesn't actually need blood. 5 fancy stone, a stone repair kit, and a polishing paste. Alright, well, let's work on that one, I think. Yeah. Now again, I'm going to talk about context and consequences. Alright? Still drawing on Dragon Quest XI here for my examples. It's important to remember the context of the world that you have established. What do I mean by that? Well, okay, well, like, for example, if your world is a reincarnation-based world, right? You know, where when someone dies, their soul moves on to the afterlife, but then it becomes reborn in another person. Generally, then they won't remember their history or their prior life, but sometimes they do. You know, that's fine. I need to make another iron thingamajig. This one little part's okay. Hello. Yeah. Oh, I see what's happening. So what's happening is that one zombie just keeps wanting to drop off stone. But my stone thing is full, and he's never going to drop off... Hold on, then. We can just do this. Anyways, yeah. So if you have a reincarnation setting, don't have people who are the reincarnation of another person meet that person's ghost. That's bad. That again, right? That's about caring about the context and the established world you've set up, right? If they're meeting somebody's ghost, then clearly that person hasn't really gone off to the afterlife yet. Which means they shouldn't reincarnate. How do I make the polishing paste again? Ah, there we are. I need a sand? Okay. I thought I had some sand indoors. Better not. Let's go get some sand. Sand is easy to get, though. Yeah. That's one of those elements where when you've set up the world, then you gotta stick to it. You can't just be like, now we'll have these people who are the reincarnation of someone, which means they have their soul in their bodies, also meet the ghost, which presumably is that person's soul. Alright? It's about, creating up the rules and then following through on those rules. If you can't do that, it's going to be a problem. There we are, polishing paste. So... what do I need again? 5 stone, polishing paste, and... what was it? Almost church day, though. So, 5 stone, 5 polishing... 5 stone, 5 polishing paste, and 1 repair kit, which I think I've got. Okay. I can work with that. Bigger question, though. Do I have any spare polishing paste hidden somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Appear not. Alright. So, to make the oil... 10 oil. Ah, fat. I've got fat. I can work with this. So yeah, those are the kind of things which will take people out of the moment. You're like, alright, here's the rule. And now, and you very firmly establish the rule. And then you go, ha-ha! Nope, ignoring the rule. So it doesn't work well. Just does not go well. This can show up in other ways. Characters acting inconsistent. Again, which was kind of mentioned when I did my brief little example with the thief thing. There we are. Characters should... once you've established traits or things about them, you want to try to hold off on breaking those, again, established elements, right? Because continuity and context and consequence are what change a story from being a bunch of unconnected random scenes to being a cohesive tale, right? If Batman spends the entire story doing everything possible in his power to not kill anyone, right? Because he's all like, killing is bad, don't kill, there's always another way. And then, right at the end, he pulls out a machine gun and just goes to town killing everybody. Well, there's a problem there. Come on, everybody. Let's get some prayers going. Him acting so out of character, right, takes the person, the reader, out of the moment. Yes, give me your faith so that I can bring a zombie to life. Thank you. Yes, and give me your money. Also that. 13 faith. Oh, 6. So that's some decent income. Oh, actually, I think I have a stone repair kit outside. Hello, Your Holiness. I do have a stone repair kit outside. What was I doing? Wrong way. It's hard to keep everything in mind, especially when I'm trying to tell these. Like, okay, I'm not a any kind of professional writer. In that, like, I've written books that have gotten published or anything like that. You know, I've not made video games or movies or anything like that. Nor am I some sort of well-recognized, super famous critic or anything on that element. There we go. Ooh, I can fill the pool with blood. Well, I should do that. Gives me something to use all my blood for. But I have been playing games, reading books, and crafting stories for people for a while, right? Long enough that I've, you pick up these things. Alright, let's take a 10 blood. Yeah, there we got a sexy pool of blood. Nice. That is one satanic pool of blood. I like it. I approve this pool of blood. Now to work on the next pool of blood, I suppose. Though I should look into making perfume. Okay, no. Incense burners. Incense. Okay, no, that looks like perfume. Candelabra 3s. Nope. Alcohol blending. Better fertilizers. No. Ooh, jewelry table. Okay, no, though again. No. Marble coring. Big marble blocks. Marble repair kit. Okay. Fine woodwork. No. Ooh, look at all these things I can make now. Okay, but seriously, where is the perfume making option? Anyone, see it? Alright. Luckily, I still got my good old handy-dandy tablet with me. And I can just look it up. Alright, game. Oh. It's not craftable. So, actually, that's a great little element. Yeah, that's a great little example of where the game tricks you. Right? Because we saw it. She was all like, well, maybe I could make it myself. The implication there being, hey, there's another way to get this. Why would you put that kind of line in there when the player can't get it? It's just doesn't do anything except complicate things needlessly. Hard at work, though. Soon I'll have 2 pools of blood. Ah. Oh. Yeah, it's not... What elevates a good story to a great story is when you look deeper into it, you get more out of it. Alright? What makes a poor story... Oh yeah, story records. Is when you look more into it, you just find more problems. Good example of that. Again, drawing on. Oh, I don't have enough blood anymore. I'm gonna need me to get some corpses. Example of that, for example. Again, going to that setting I was talking about, you know, in the game, how it's... there we go. How many skulls do I have? Crucified skeletons on walls. Crucified skeletons. I need silver pumpkins, eh? Or, let's drag out my skulls. Let's start with dragging out my skulls. So after the big bad has won, he has destroyed the life tree. Alright. In the game. Right, so he's destroyed the life tree. And that's where all the souls go when they die. Right? As you're exploring this now bad world with where the villain is. Skulls on the wall. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Yeah. Dark sacrifice powers. As you go through the game, in this now bad world, you find out that without the world tree, without the cycle, which is now the cycle of reincarnation has been disrupted. Souls can't go to the tree anymore, so what's happening now is that instead they are getting bad corpse. Is they're kind of getting trapped in a void between life and death. And what that means is that eventually their soul is just going to decay to nothing, which is bad. Again, these are, you know, it establishes there's consequence and there's stakes and all that. You know, things are bad. Gives you more reason to want to confront the villain, right? Save the world, all that sort of thing. Hello, I've got a food for you. It's from your sister. Seems a good apple. I hate apples. Okay. Apparently you sell frogs. I need 12 frogs. I think I can fish up frogs, though. Yeah, I think I can fish up frogs. Let me quickly check that. So yeah, you know, so things are bad, right? People, when they die now, they don't get to reincarnate. Their soul's going to get trapped between life and death until it eventually decays into a void of nothingness. And that's bad. Oh, catch them while fishing. Excellent. Thought I could. Fish them up at the swamp. Alright. Now, when your character died, or not your character, when your character's father died in the game, bottom left, okay. Heroically sacrificing himself for his family, as one does. Can I get through here? I hate you, Swamp. I hate you! And everything you stand for. Because you're an annoying maze that held me back surprisingly long. Yeah, but seriously, where am I supposed to get to that spot from? I'll just go left. Yep. How did I even get there the first time? Anyways, yeah. So you find out later on that your character's father, who had heroically, of course, it was assumed he died, tried to save his son, his family, and all that from the horrible invading army of demons. Oh, I think this is it, actually. Turns out, while he did die, that part was accurate. No. Damn it, game. I hate you. I hate this maze of a swamp. So while he did die, he didn't go on to the afterlife because something interrupted him. His soul was captured, and he was being tortured for the last many years. Alright, well, let's do some normal fishing. I think I know how to play this. So eventually you free him from his torture. Oops, I think I messed that one up. Which is good, right? Saving people from torture is good. It's how you kind of want your heroes to be doing, especially when it's like the family member. Give some good closure to the whole. You get to see your dad finally. It's a nice enough scene. There's not enough time with that. Really got to press it really quick. It's too short an opening. There we are. Oh. Eel. Okay. Let's go. What about over here? Now the problem is when you examine those two scenes, and you remember they both exist. One. One, that souls that pass on now. Alright, eels. Nope. What fishing rod do I have right now? Oops. Eel. I have the... Excellent. Oh. I don't know if I can catch frogs with an excellent fishing rod, actually. Hold on. It's a bit time of day. Yeah. Frogs, you have fishing, they can be fished from Clotho. Lighthouse gamer. Sort of baked meats. Apparently some butterflies or some moths. Which I think I know how to gather. I'm going to give it a shot. I think you get moths. Alright, where's the other fishing spot I can do? The village. Okay. So, going back to my story. You have both the whole save your dad from horrible torture. Good. But remember the context of what you learned from the setting. I thought I saw flowers over here. No, those are the weird flowers. Ignore them. When you save your dad from his torture, and he gets to go on to the afterlife, the afterlife now is a horrible void between life and death, where he's still going to die. There we are, moths. So yeah, you just gather up the flowers. Occasionally you can find a moth. And during the day, you find butterflies. It's very nice. So yeah, it's things like that. So if you saw either scene on its own, they work fine. When you put them together, the cracks start to form. And that's not good storytelling, right? So I think now that it's the day, in theory, gathering flowers should get me butterflies? I don't know, still counts as night. Well, doesn't matter. Moths or butterflies, either one is good. I'm gonna have to study those. I need some green knowledge anyways, so I might as well. But I've ranted, I think, enough about how consequence and continuity, and paying attention to what you've established in world is important, and it is. Please remember these things when you are crafting your own stories for your players at home. All right. I think I need the different fishing rod. Which is kind of annoying that I can't catch it. I can't catch frogs with my really good fishing rod. Kind of annoyed. Kind of upset because I have to go buy it. And money is not cheap in this game. You need a lot of... It's not... I mean, I cannot buy a lot of things that I want. Aye, fisherman. At least it's cheap. Good fishing rod. I'll sell him one eel, I suppose. What about you? Those of you watching this later or who have been listening to me drone on. What elements from... Oh! I can drop on a comic example, right? See, I do other things than play video games. I read things and stuff. There is, and this is one that you may have already heard of, especially if you're, you know, you like comic books and that sort of. Oh, I need to change my rod, right? Oh, no. Equip. There was a Spider-Man story called, I believe it was One More Day, right? Where to avert a consequence. Ah! Damn it. There's too many cords under my desk. Where to avert a consequence, Spider-Man, and this is years old, so if I'm spoiling it for you, So where Spider-Man makes a deal with the devil. Oh, there we go. Got a frog. Makes a deal with the devil to get to save his aunt's life, who's dying, right? The cost is basically he's got to pay for his marriage. Oh, that was too bad. That's not what I wanted at all. So the big thing they can always say about Peter Parker, the element that drives him, right, is the idea about how, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. Right? And he's driven by where he ignored perhaps his responsibility and the consequences that came of it, right? So the problem with One More Day then is it's literally, you know, the reason why she got shot is because, you know, he was trying to, you know, stuff that he did in the whole Civil War thing. Hold on, I gotta kiss these fish. Oh, but I do need more butterflies. Yeah. So why she got shot is again actions he took. Him going like, you know what? I'm gonna make a deal with the devil to unmake my mistakes. Is kind of the antithesis of taking responsibility for your actions. It's not you taking responsibility. Living with the consequences. Making sure that you know, fix things and do better in the future. It's you going, you know what, no, I don't like this reality. I'm just going to unmake what happened. There's no lesson learned from that. Come to me, fishlings. I hunger for your frogginess. There we are. Yay. Oh, fishing. Now if it just give me a little longer to hit my button, I've kind of learning it a little better. But if it gives me those, you know, I'm trying to talk to you. And it's hard to talk and organize my thoughts and get these very split timing bits. Oh, I've been watching, speaking of split timing, I've been watching, right now at least, AGDQ is going on. Awesome Games Done Quick. I'm a big fan of it. I'm probably going to donate this year like I did last year. There's a lot of tricks that they do that are very, very, very tight. It's very impressive. If you're unfamiliar with it, look it up. It is a big, huge gamer charity. It's going on all week. Yeah. Do it. It's amazing. You won't regret it. They also have a YouTube site where you can find past streams. It's all about speedrunning various games. Even games you wouldn't think that you could speedrun, or should be speedrun, like big name RPGs. You know, games that take you or me 40 hours to beat. They're like, no, we're gonna do that in, I don't know, 3. Or other games where like, where they're like, we're gonna beat this in 8 minutes. Just ridiculous tricks and skips, or just in some cases, abusing the mechanics, just in ways you never thought possible. They have what's called a taskbot block. Taskbot is a tool-assisted system, I think is the name. Anyways, yeah, it's basically where you use programs and whatnot to have characters work in ways that would be impossible for a human to do. You know, things like, you know, literally frame perfect, things that take a 60th of a second to hit, and being able to maybe like spam those in ways that just humans don't have the reaction speed for it. Is that enough frogs? 12 frogs! Yay! We got froggy goodness. I was watching last night. They were doing their, what's called, you know, they kind of divide things up into blocks. They were doing their awful block, so like really terrible games. Still hilarious. Yeah. Here's the frogs, though. Food's been delivered. Take the perfume. Alright, well, I bought all your recipes. It shouldn't show me the recipes again. That's just going to confuse me later on. Bad game. Oh well, back to town I go. Since Lady Day is not for a week yet. Well, most of a week. We just passed Lady Day. But I'm going to do some studying, I think. Yeah, well, that was kind of my discussion, I think. I hope you learned a little something of what I mean about the importance of storytelling and the idea of your stories being coherent. You know, that means just, you know, they're understandable. There's consequences, right? That gives meaning to actions. It makes people want to care about what goes on. And context. You pay attention to what happens. Study the flower. I can make a powder out of that flower, apparently. Let's study this flower. What's its deal? Fluid in essence, eh? What if I want to study this? Oh, I need more. There we go. Yeah, I don't need red knowledge per se, so let's just stick to this. Tell me the secrets of the butterfly. Oh, I was being an idiot. I should have used my pie. Ooh, that eel is worth both kinds of interest. Because the pie, of course, gives me a boost to my... my knowledge. How much information I get out of that stuff. Oh, hold on. Since I'm still benefiting from the effects, maybe... Like 4... No. Okay. Like, well, maybe I got something in one of my various things down here in the basement. Nope. Hold on a second. What kind of powders do I get from these butterflies? That's a good question to ask. Butterfly. Chaos extract and chaos powders. Slowing health, death, toxic, chaos. So I got chaos powder. Do I have, ooh, I don't think I have a chaos extract. So I gotta throw that in the distillation cube. Okay. I've got one of those. It's right here. And what about flowers? What do they, what powder do they become? Order extract. And apparently order... Here's the question. Do all the flowers produce the same order extracts? No! Life extracts and life solutions. If I use them with the hand mixer. I've got one of those. A hand mixer. Let's see then. I get life solution. Oh, just the white flower. Life and order solutions. There we go. Haven't studied the solution of order yet. Ooh. There we go. And I got bonus knowledge out of that. Not too shabby. Should I... I think I'll just make a bunch of solutions. Because why wouldn't you? Flowers are cheap and easy to come by. Where's my alchemy mill? Yields produce electric powders. Neat. Butterflies produce chaos powders. It's too bad this isn't giving me any kind of science! Well, that's a good supply of powders, I think. Gotta do that to Miss Charm. Ooh. Let's study that, too. Not too shabby. You got a few points, right? Certificate. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna make a flower bed, since I have some spare flowers on me finally. Which I'll need a few ingredients. I'll need a peat, 2 pieces of stone, and I have enough flowers on me. Nope. Where's my stone? Actually, let's just do this. Well, apparently I'm sleepy. Fine, game. I'll take my nap. I hope you're happy. Yeah, and I can put flower beds in my graveyard to spruce the place up. Make it look pretty. All gravy. Now, what does a flower bed use? Flower bed is a 2x2 spot, huh? Interesting. I could definitely have gotten more out of this. I could get 6 out of those. What else is there? Short lawns. Long lawns. What the? Nope. Oh, let's ooh, auto graves. Alright, let's just put a flower bed right over here. Oh, wait, I don't think it would have let me put a bunch of them in a row like that, now that I think about it. Alright, well, I'm just going to destroy... that stuff that I don't need. Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Well, might as well use that up. Ooh, silver. Silver! Apparently I could study that or that silver ingot for some more blue knowledge. Handy. And indeed, I'm definitely gonna need some more corpses though. There we go. Now I could definitely learn something. But what? Alcohol? Better fertilizers? Maybe. Oh, I could get fine woodworking. Distillation cube 2. Better embalming liquids. Let's see. Gold and silver injections. Surgery. Or I keep holding off so I can afford these high-end blue sources of knowledge. Because marble gravestones or crypts, that would surely be worth a lot of blue knowledge. Actually, I might go with a... There it is. It is... Yeah, the random text generator. How do I make a random text generator? Four planks, 2 complex pieces. Okay, that's simple enough. I'm gonna need more corpses, because I need more blood and skulls. Let's put this stuff away. I think I'm putting it... I'll put it in there. Ooh, there's lots of actually things I could still study. I'll have to remember that next time I'm in need of some more knowledge. Well, clearly I need... It's weird. That's just a faster thing. Alright. I need more iron, apparently. What can I do in the meanwhile? I know. I can make these. Now that zombie can be hard at work, bringing me all the goodies. I think I need carrots. Tier 3. Let's get the carrots. Now, why did I make all that wood? Simple enough answer. If I'm going to be having some corpses that I don't plan to bury, I'm going to need these guys. Oops. What the? Did I double up on a spot? I think I did. That was a mistake. Surprised it let me. Huh. Who knew? Still need zombies. 2 zombies at least. Oh yeah. Text generating zombie. What do I need for you? Forgotten already. Damn you, game! Alright, the metal. 4 planks. 4 fancy planks. I can make the fancy planks. Over here? Yeah. Which will apparently need more filch. Or flitch, sorry. Taste of pie. Oh, and there's my metal. So then, let's make... So I got the iron, which means I can go over here. Make 2 of these. Oh, and my zombies are here. Well, my corpses are here. My burnable corpses. Because these guys, I want their blood, I want their skulls, their juicy fat and tissues. Hello. Yeah, if you don't bury the body, it doesn't matter how messed up it is when you finish. Give me your skull. And your fat. Yeah, might as well take the flesh while I'm here. I can always cook it or something. I'll take out the brain. I think I can distill the brain? Or mix it with something? Nope. What do I do with the brain? Ah, here we are. Here's what I could do. Life solution. Oh. So yeah, look at that. It turned out okay, all things considered. But not a great body. Yay. So he's farming, he's doing that. I've got the parts. You know, they say a zombie a day keeps you well supplied in iron. Pretty sure that's how the saying goes. Random text generator. Where do I put you then? Let's put you out of the way of things. Right over here. Wait a minute. Did I already build it? Yes, I did. I just need a zombie to appoint to it. Well. Whoops. Clearly what I need then is a nap. So I think my plan is to end it once, once we've turned in the perfume, I think. Yeah, it's a decent idea. I should also sell these burial certificates. Ooh, I know what I can do. With my metal parts. We can see about upgrading the church. Yeah! That still needs to happen. There we are. Stained glass. Don't have the gold for that. Can't get the... Don't have the... Yeah, don't have the technology for that. Incense burner. 8, eh? Alright, so I just need to destroy one of these low-level ones. Get the scrap. And then I can put a better one in its place. Yeah, 46 quality. It's getting up there. Yeah. What are my jobs right now? Ooh. I think I can go talk to the astrologer. Oh, I might not be fast enough. Here's hoping that I can get out to the astrologer's or the lighthouse in time before he leaves there, so I can talk to him about the Gypsy Baron and how it's Miss Charm. I wonder how the astrologer knows all this. Oh, my zombie. Well, that's okay. I was going to burn that corpse anyway, so it doesn't matter how long it decays. There you are, astrologer. Yeah, about that child. Ezreal had a daughter. My daughter. Where are they now? 7 years ago, but her daughter's alive and well. Heard about her name is Miss Charm. Yeah, saw her perform once. Oh, he's sad. Left her mother before she was born, but I didn't know. Break Esmeralda's heart. It's all in the name of science! What a fool I am. Test these while you speak with her, find out what my chances are. Alright. What the golden angle is, if you can do that with her. Definitely I'll be so happy. Alright. Neat. So, plot advanced. Yeah, we got 2 days. It's plenty of time. Actually, no. I'm just gonna do my usual prayer on the fancy Sunday, and then I think we'll call it. But that said, I do sell my burial certificates since I'm in the neighborhood. And harvest skulls and blood and tissues. All the things that people get into the graveyard business for. I like to think we've made some decent progress today. Not all the progress, but decent progress. We've got new missions, new things to build. We'll need a good, strong supply of carrots, though. Take the blood. Fat, because fat's useful. Take the flesh. I could do stuff with that flesh. And the skull. Hey, can I just shove that skull back in? Could I give it 2 skulls? No, I can't. Alright, well, I'll just take the skull back out. And burn it. Burn it to the ground. Alright. So, nap time. Do my prayers. Call it a day. I've been checking on the church nearly enough. I should do it more regularly. Because of the confessionals. There's always that chance, that small chance, that somebody... There we go. Right over here. That somebody's going to want to tell me a story and give me their sweet, sweet faith. Everyone loves the church. Everything's great. Throw me that sweet, sweet faith. Give me more. Then give me your money and get out. Just like a real church. Ooh, 6 and 8. It's getting better. 152. Yeah, it's on its way. How is my carrot supply looking? Not done yet. Do I really not have any more carrots? Ooh, there might be carrots inside. No such luck. Alright. Well, I'm going to call it here. I'm just going to finish putting all my stuff away into its appropriate little baggies. But I can do that off screen. So thank you all for watching. By all means, share your own thoughts in the comments below about stories where you found you're like, hey, wait a minute, what's going on here? This doesn't make sense with what the story